Welcome to the program, and this is another moment of inspiration, another moment to see the world. And today we are traveling with Alex Mwiti Gichuki all the way from Nyeri to the state of Michigan in the USA, where he's just begun a master's program thanks to the Kenya Airlift program that is spearheaded by a Kenyan IT enthusiast, Bob Mwiti. And Alex is now among 15 Kenyan students who are in the US under that program. And these are some highlights about that trip.
I'm very excited, mainly one because it's my first time flying.
From Nyeri to the state of Michigan in the USA, the journey of Alex Mwiti Gichuki, who joined the growing list of scholars under the Kenya Airlift program, spearheaded by Kenyan IT enthusiast Bob Mwiti and supported by Dennis Kiogora, MCA Abogeta West through the Airlift Circle. Also on the show, the magic Amboseli has for local and international tourists.
Great. My co-presenter, Michael Simanji, is all set to bring us the journey of Alex Mwiti Gichuki to the US. And it all begins in Nyeri.
It's 10 a.m. An elated but anxious Gichuki welcomes me to his home, where his family and friends have gathered for one last meal together.
Na sasa leo uko karibu kuambia kwaheri. Leo niko karibu kuambia watu kwaheri.
You see, Gichuki is only 12 hours away from saying goodbye to his motherland. He is one of 15 lucky students provided with the opportunity to pursue further studies in the United States, courtesy of the Airlift program that was founded by US-based IT specialist Bob Mwiti. It is supported by the Airlift Circle, whose founder is Abogeta West MCA in Meru, Dennis Kiogora, popularly referred to as DMK. From simply studying the faces of those present, one can easily tell that this is a bittersweet moment for them. But Gichuki, the man of the moment, is calm and relaxed.
Daring abroad has been a dream of mine. It started off as a curiosity, seeing pictures in books and the atlas mostly. And then I wanted to know more. Then I learned about, the opportunities that are there of studying abroad. And then I came about the program. The reason I would want to dare abroad, one is to experience the educational quality abroad. The United States has some unmatched quality of education that we cannot find around here. Then I would want to experience the cultural diversity, of course, and also to gain skills that will make me not only competitive here at home, but globally.
So you can imagine his joy on learning about the Kenya Airlift program, which assists Kenyan students seeking master's programs in IT get placements in American universities.
It was exciting mainly because these days going on this journey alone is not something easy. So upon finding a program that would not only help me there abroad but would also help me to broaden my opportunities was an experience that I did not think would come around very easily.
At the time, Gichuki was attending Southeastern Kenya University, pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Statistics.
I heard of it when DMK had his graduation ceremony. And we happened to go there with my husband. Then after the graduation, I told our son about it, although I didn't know more about it. Then I remember him asking me, could you be having somebody you inquire more about it? By then, I didn't have. And again, he was still in college. He was, I remember he was in I think, fourth form. Now came 2019. He graduated. I remember telling him that he has been given powers to dream better. But when he was telling me to ask him more about it, I didn't know that in him, he had that passion of going abroad. I didn't know. With that interest, he came home, I remember telling us, now, I have known the way.
Once due diligence was done, Gichuki joined the program, which is coordinated by Mwiti through his company Upstack America, and became a member of the Airlift Sacco. Minimum contribution to the Sacco is $1,000 because the relocation to the USA is a very expensive affair. The role of the Sacco is to support the program by taking care of the students' relocation expenses incurred in the process, which includes GMAT exam fees, passport application fees, visa fees, air tickets, and possibly first month's rent and living expenses before their scholarships and student loans are disbursed to them. The actual cost of studying in the USA is taken care of partly through the graduate assistantship scholarships from the schools and unsecured international student loans through the program's lending partner, Empower Financing.
Joining the program is very easy and the process is easy. You start by making deposits to the Sacco. After making deposits, you start preparing for an exam called GMAT. After you prepare for the exam, you pass the exam, the pass mark is 550. After that, you start the university application process. They guide you through everything. They give you the materials of the exam. They guide you through the university application process. You apply for universities. After applying for universities and getting admission, then you start the loan application process so that you get enough school fees for your time in USA. Then you start applying for graduate assistantships, which are basically going to enable you to ease the tuition burden as well as to give you some money, for survival.
And that is how the son of Nairutia village got admission to Grand Valley State University in Michigan to pursue masters in data science and analytics.
Having done Bachelor of Science in Statistics in my undergraduate, it was easy to think about a career path that is more at par with the technological advancements of the 21st century. That's where I came about the thought of doing data science. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. One, I'm very excited. I'm excited mainly, one, because it's my first time flying. So there's that excitement. Also, there's the excitement of achieving a dream that I've held for long.
I feel great. One, when you plan something and it comes to succeed, of course you feel great that your plans have come to fruition. We are wishing him well, and you know that because he has set the trend, he has set the bar even for their siblings. I know that he is going to make, and God being on his side.
Like I always say, the main objective of this program is to help young people go to the United States to work. But you can't just go to work. You go there as a master's student. After that, you start working and making big money. And I'm very happy to see the way the parents are very happy.
With his bags packed and tickets secured, all that remains are some words of wisdom.
We wish you well, go well, study, and I know that you are not, you are a performer.
Start with God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And in that foreign land, it shall be well.
A quick prayer and the journey of 3 hours to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport begins. A comforting fact for Gichuki is that he is not alone in this journey to the US. He is to be joined by Janet Mwangi and Jackson Omushian, both of whom shared the excitement and readiness to start life abroad at an event held earlier at Safari Park Hotel in Nairobi.
I've been working in the analytics field as a credit analyst and as a data analyst. I'm going to Grand Valley State University in Michigan. We'll be studying Masters of Science, Data Science and Analytics.
I've studied undergraduate in Bachelor of Economics and Statistics at Kenyatta University, joining Masters in Applied Economics at Illinois State University.
Back to Gichuki's journey. Smooth all the way as we cross Nyeri County, Kiambu County, and finally we arrive in Nairobi County, joining the infamous traffic on Thika Road. And after a 3-hour transit, we arrive at our destination. And this is an even more emotional moment as family members spent their last minutes with Gichuki at the airport. After some final words of encouragement, Gichuki says bye-bye and off to the United States of America. And before he boards, he meets his colleagues Jackson Omushian and Janet Mwangi. Also flying to the US is Dennis Kyogora, the Abogeta West MCA in Meru. Remember, he is the founder of the Airlift Sacco that has partnered with the Kenya Airlift program to provide master's education opportunities to Kenyan students.
Wow, what a feeling to board a plane for the first time. We now take a short break. When we return, we will pick up Alex Mwiti Gichuki's story from his arrival in the US. Stay with us. Welcome back. Yes, today we are bringing you the journey of Alex Mwiti Gichuki from Nyeri to the state of Michigan, where he's just begun a master's program thanks to the Kenya Airlift program. Michael Simanji continues with that story.
After a 25-hour journey, Alex Gichuki, who flew in the same plane with his colleague on the Kenya Airlift program, Janet Mwangi, arrived in Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey. Then they head to Tampa, Florida, where they are received by Bob Mwiti, the Kenyan behind the scholarship program. The other beneficiary, who was on a different flight, Jackson Omushian, is also received at the airport.
Welcome to America.
Thank you so much.
I know you guys are very, very tired, but I hope you are happy to be here finally, right?
Yeah.
To welcome them to life in the US, Bob Mwiti gives them a rare treat of fun. Remember, to join the program, one must be a member of the affiliated SACCO, that is known as the Airlift Sacco. Since 2018, the SACCO has grown and currently has a membership of about 300 aspiring scholars. The program continues to attract more partners, the latest being the University of Alabama in Huntsville, USA, that has signed an agreement with Upstack America, the company running the program under the leadership of Mwiti, supported by Kyogora through the Airlift Sacco. And this will see more Kenyan students benefit from the program.
University of Alabama in Huntsville is a very, very good school. It's one of the best schools in the South, in the state of Alabama, and it's actually considered the MIT of the South. And this collaboration places a lot of responsibility on us to provide the school with the best brains from Kenya. And it just shows how much University of Alabama believes in the project that we are working on in the Kenya Airlift program.
They also have partners in Kenya.
We are currently writing down a collaboration with the University of Nairobi, and various ends of that university have agreed to sign an agreement with us so that they can give us access to the university students, the database at the University of Nairobi, and of course partner with us in various programs so that they can also see a program where they help their own learners go to America to further their studies and work in the United States. Maybe come back as professors, come back as industry, as technocrats in various areas in our corporate world.
After all these activities, Gichuki takes time off with Bob on the beach in Tampa for a briefing session before he makes yet another trip to Gerald R. Ford International Airport in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And he eventually reports to his university, Grand Valley State University. Gichuki plans to take full advantage of this opportunity, and as he stated earlier, before his departure, this will not only benefit his family but also his community.
The country is gaining. As of now, we have very few data scientists in Kenya, very few. most companies actually outsource their skills from outside. So if us Kenyans we go there and study these skills and then come work for companies in Kenya or work for these big companies, we are going to build our economy, we are going to build Kenya, and also help our families and the community at large.
This is why he's grateful to Bob, Kyogora and the Airlift program for holding his hand and helping him realize his dream.
The program is like a family. We are like family. We have those that went before us. We have those that are there already. So they will help you ease in the process of fitting into a new country, a foreign country. Also, they help you to outsource jobs that will enable you get pocket change to survive in the USA. So it's more of a family and a well-being program that will enhance your life in the USA in terms of everything.
For Charms Media, my name is Michael Zimanji.
Kudos to my namesake, Alex, and I believe at some point we will be making a follow-up to his daring abroad journey. Time now for my Magical Kenya segment, in which we seek to showcase Kenya's magical places to the world for the benefit of those who would like to dare in Kenya, and also for the benefit of Kenyans living abroad who would like to know more about their mother country, not to forget local tourists like myself. And today we are in Amboseli in collaboration with Amboseli Serena Safari Lodge. Take a look.
My Magical Kenya, brought to you by Charms Adventures.
You can drive or fly to Amboseli National Park, and this peak season, Safari Link flies to the park 2 times a day. Activity at the airstrip tells it all. And straight to Amboseli Serena Safari Lodge. This is how we were welcomed, Masai Way. The Safari Lodge offers a graceful blend of stark beauty and lavish comfort in the heart of Kenya's Amboseli National Park.
Karibu. Nawa mikono hapo.
With all the COVID-19 protocols being observed, we are ushered into the lodge with pomp and color. And by the way, this is my first time here. First time also for my colleagues, producer Lauren Nanok Edukon and videographer Josephat Ekru, who had traveled all the way from Lodwar for this production.
Each unit has its own architecture, and we usually come up with the architecture that blends with the culture of that area. Like now for Amboseli Serena, it blends well with the Masai Manyata. It's like you are a tourist in a modern hotel but still staying in a Manyata. We have 92 rooms. All rooms are standard rooms. We have rooms with 2 beds inside, rooms that you can take families, and rooms with 1 big bed for a couple. And then we have 1 suite.
One of the signature experiences as you stay at this lodge are game drives, especially morning and evening game drives. Amboseli National Park is a safe haven to a unique herd of African elephants. The park is home to the largest herd. It is also home to numerous animal species as well as bird species.
Among the big 5, we have only 3, the elephant, the lion and buffalo. So the rhino and the leopard, they are not here completely because our park is very open. We have about 1,800 elephants here in Amboseli. We have about 45 lions.
And here they say, a visit to Amboseli without spotting Mount Kilimanjaro is incomplete.
Many tourists come here because of Mount Kilimanjaro. And also Kilimanjaro, it has a snow. And that snow will melt and then comes underground through and porous rocks. And then it pops out here. So a lot of water which is within Amboseli ecosystem is from Mount Kilimanjaro coming out as natural springs.
Then there is the observation hill, where you can have a bird's eye view of Mount Kilimanjaro when the skies are clear. Here also you can have a glimpse of more wildlife, elevated above the seasonal Amboseli marshes where elephants and other game wallow in the mud and feed on the lush vegetation. The observation hill gives you a commanding view of the Amboseli ecosystem. And it is on top of this hill where sundowners are held. The other signature experience here are nature walks and bush dinners. Robert Arati has spent a weekend here with his family and has good memories to take back home.
I chose Amboseli Serena because of so many reasons. With your small car, you are able to groove around, you are able to walk around, you are able to drive yourself with ease, unlike in other parks and reserves. Last year we closed down during the pandemic, but we reopened again mid-November last year. And since then, the business has been on the upward trend. Around 30% of our occupancy is by the locals, then followed by Americans, who we have 28%. Then we have Russians, we have Germans also coming in at 7%.
My name is Elisabeth. I'm from Austria. I work in the tourism industry. When I was a young girl, I have read Ernest Hemingway's Snow on Kilimanjaro, and I always wanted to come here. It's now a dream come true, and I'm very happy to do it.
During our stay here, we got a moment to visit the neighborhood. And what a welcome by the Maasai community. So much magic in Amboseli, but that's enough for today. And there is more to come, like our experience in the hot air balloon by Kilimanjaro Hot Balloon Safaris in our subsequent features in this segment. With that Amboseli experience, we come to the end of the show. Remember, our guest today was Alex Mwiti Gichuki, who has just begun a master's program in the state of Michigan, USA, thanks to the Kenya Airlift program that is spearheaded by Kenyan IT specialist Bob Mwiti. Always a pleasure having your company, and on behalf of my crew at Chams Media, many thanks for watching, and let's do it again next week. Bye-bye.